Ladies and gentlemen, what it do? I am your host, Young Bo Easy, and I would like to welcome you to the show. You are now tuned into Knicks and Dimes. All right. Hey man, ladies and gentlemen, like we were supposed to, came off a W, back at home in the garden, much needed. Improved to I don't think that's improved to 18-20. 104-94 over the Pacers. All right. Really good game, man. This was a great game. I'm usually one that's critical, rightfully so. I mean, I'm just here to tell it like it is. I'm not like attacking specific people just because I want to. But it's been an up and down year as far as Randall goes, but it was really, really great to have him in the lineup today, man. And as we go in further, you'll understand why. But it was definitely only missed 2 games off that COVID protocol. They pushed it to only 5 days now. And if you're feeling better and there's no signs of positive testing, or you being symptomatic, or things of that nature, they're letting you play. And if you're well conditioned and you're good to go, you're good to go. So you already know how we do it, man. We're gonna start off with the stats, and then we're gonna talk that talk. All right. Starting off with the Pacers. 15, 8-4 for Domantas Sabonis, man. I love this. I love this because Sabonis is somebody who there's certain players, the second they see the Knicks, they getting 25. Like Vucevic is one of those guys, Sabonis, like there's guys, the second they see the Knicks, their eyes light up. And Sabonis is typically one of those guys. So for him to be held to a minimum of 15 points like this, I really, really like it. He wasn't even able to get a double-double, which is kind of normal for him, low-key. So that's something that really, really makes me happy. And we kept him under 100 points as a whole, so that makes me happy. All right, moving on. Probably my favorite player of the game that doesn't have New York on his jersey, and his name is Kiefer Sykes. 22 points, 4 rebounds, 6 assists. I don't even know this man from a can of paint. This is my first time seeing him, and man, this dude balled out. He balled out. Like, and the Garden is so famous for creating monsters, and like I like to call it. But he blew up today and had a great game. He had 18 points in the first half, I believe. And we shut that down second half, which is good. But he played a great game. Dwayne Washington Jr. is another dude who I'm not too familiar with, but had a good game. 17, 2 and 4. 5 points for Miles Turner, 7 rebounds, and 1 assist. Makes me happy, unless we talk about fantasy. He ain't helping me out at all today. But the first time we played them this season, he had a career high, I believe, 7 3-pointers. And we ain't trying to see none of that no more. So these last 2 games, we done clamped him up and get that out of here. All right. 3 points for Justin Holiday, 15 points, 7 rebounds for Torrey Craig, and 5 points Lance Stevenson, 8 points Justin Anderson, and Brissett had 4 points. All right, moving on towards the Knicks. Taj Gibson, not really an attractive stat, but 4 points, 6 rebounds, 32 points for RJ Randle, man. You understand? You gotta throw that accent in there, man. That's that French. 32 points, 8 rebounds, 3 assists. RJ Randle, man. Julius Randle, a.k.a. You Gonna Have to Guard Me. 30 points, 16 rebounds, 4 assists. 14 points, 6 rebounds, 4 assists for Alec Burks. 8 points for 8 and 8 for Mitchell Robinson. 11 and 2 for Emmanuel Quickly. All right. This game was really, really dope. great to have Randle back. If Randle wasn't back, this game would have been, it would probably went the wrong direction. So I'm not even going to speak on that too long because he was here. Uh, so it definitely was a good turnout. We played so great today. I'm not gonna I'm not gonna go crazy and we get an inch and take like I'll run a mile with it, like pause. But this was a great game. The lefties led the way, 30-30 for the first time since they've been teammates, they've ever done that in the same game. 30-30. But the way they did it, it just flowed. It flowed beautifully. RJ, 19 points in the first quarter. You know what I'm saying? Like highest in his career. It just flowed. None of them was trying to do too much. It was like, yo, it's his turn, let him ball out. And then Randle handled the second half, blew up. Pretty much that third quarter, he went crazy. It just flowed. And Randle, great to have him back for this game. For the first time, to me, this season, looked like the dude I was looking at last season. That was the most improved player that pulled up today. He was balling. The shots off the dribble. Hold this for me, please. Thank you. Like, it was poetry in motion, man. It was just really, really fun to watch. This was the best I've seen Randle play this season. He's had better numbers probably this season, but this was the best that I've seen Randle play. And both of them 12 for 20 from the field. Phenomenal. That is just great. RJ, this road trip that we took recently, Toronto, I think Detroit was in there, and Thunder. He's been with Randle. As soon as Randle left, he's like, yo, like, I'm trying to grab the steering wheel and this team is mine. He kind of put everything on his back and said, like, we're going to handle this and we're going to do it my way. He's been attacking way more, and I love it. And one thing that I'm noticing is when Fournier was really, really getting in motion in his buckets, RJ doesn't really shine like that. RJ is going nuts right now. Fournier is nowhere to be found. Fournier did nothing today. 0 points, 1 rebound, 2 assists. He was just out there, and that's in 22 minutes. I'm looking at third quarter. I'm looking at it. Sykes is eating this man's food. Was eating this man's food all game. And then the Washington dude got some buckets on Fournier too. I'm like, he cannot play the fourth quarter. Granted, that did not happen. He did not see the fourth quarter. He couldn't guard these two guys. Like whoever he was getting switched on, he could not guard them. They was just too quick for him. There was always a step ahead of him. And we just couldn't risk that fourth quarter. So thank you, Tibbs, for making the right decision as far as that fourth quarter goes and you keeping it real. Let's go with the lineup that we know is going to work out for us in the fourth and get this W. So we did that. All right. RJ, man, he kept it going. Even with Jules coming back, he's still like, I'm going to attack. Come on, 19 points first quarter and your star players here. You like, this is great. And then for Jules to come and still like, Jules looked like the complimentary player today, like, and RJ looked like the star. It was just that great, and it flowed. It was only one possession, and I think that was to end the first half, where they looked like they was doing too much, and they couldn't even get a shot off because RJ went into the space where Julius was trying to be at, and he couldn't run the ISO no more. So it kind of led to a double team, and he couldn't get the shot off. That was the only time when I felt like they was doing too much. Other than that, the rest of the offense flowed. It just flowed. For them, 62 points together. We couldn't get too much out of our bench today. Alec Burks started also, so pretty much this was a game for the starters, and it's rare that our bench doesn't help out. So if we could keep playing like this, the way everything is flowing, and our bench kicks in like normal, then we talking, you know what I'm saying? We talking something really, really nice. 54 points in the paint to their 38. They were missing probably Karis LeVert and Malcolm Brogdon. It's at this point, it's really not no excuse because every team pretty much is missing everybody or somebody. We finally getting back together, especially with this game. Nerlens and Jericho Sims looking like they're back, but they just got to get their conditioning up, especially since Nerlens been going forever. But it'll be good to see these guys back in the lineup. And Taj plays great. Taj is so dependable. But I would like to see Jericho get some burn, especially when we got some teams that got a little height and we really, really need rebounding. All right, so we did good with the turnovers today, man. Only 9 turnovers, man. We had like 16, 17 these past couple of games. We still shooting boo-boo from the 3. But we not falling in love with it. That's the best part about it. We're not falling in love with the 3, even when we missing. So we realizing that we missing. We only shot 21% today, 6 for 28. Shot good from the line. Could have been better still, 20 for 28. But held them to bad shooting. They shot 65% from the line and 23% from deep. So we played great defense, guarded that 3-point line, beat them on the rebounds 51 to 35. And then they had, they had their 2 frontline dudes that they always got, Miles Turner and Sabonis. So I can't even give them an excuse. We did what we had to do, man. The ball was moving, 17 assists. It was just an all-around great game. Like I said about that 3-point line, we didn't fall in love with it. 6 for 28. We realized what was missing, and we attacked that paint. 54 points in the paint. It's beautiful. Beautiful, man. This was a great game. This is the type of game that you want to build off of. And then our next couple of games, we got the Celtics back to back. And I believe they're ahead of us in the standings. We need this. We need this. All right? They're directly in front of us in the standings. It might as well be tied up. They're 18 and 19, and we're 18 and 20. So we're half a game behind them. We need both these games. I want to build off of it. I want a streak to come up, to be honest. So we just won this one. All right? Everybody's pretty much back except for Derrick Rose, who we're going to be missing for a little bit more time. Celtics back-to-back. We got the Spurs, who I believe we got a victory over this year already. And then we got the Mavericks. And then the Hawks, who we've been guarding really, really great this year. I believe both times we played them, we held them under 100 points. And then we got the Hornets. And then Timberwolves, Pelicans. So these next 8 games, I need 6, man. I need 6 of these 8 games. But in reality, I want all of them. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, I want us to never lose. I want us to just keep rolling through these subpar teams and then be ready once it's time to play these big-time teams. This is a time to make a run, and I'm confident that with the team back, hopefully there's no more of these protocol stuff for us, man. We done went through that. Hopefully our phase is done. But only time will tell. Some people been getting it twice. I believe Mitch got it twice. If our bench kick in and our starters keep playing like this, we got to figure out what's going on with Fournier. We're in good shape. We're in really, really good shape. I love the way it's looking right now. We got to win back-to-back against the Celtics. So Thursday night, man, after that game, you already know your boy, Young Boy Easy, going to be here, right here with you, man, to give you the breakdown of what I thought about the game. Hopefully it's a W. And then Saturday, hopefully that's a W. But let's start off with Thursday, one game at a time. All right? You already know what to do. This is Knicks and Dimes. And you already know how we rocking. Love, gratitude, positive attitude. I'll catch you on the next one.